Holy macaroons, guys. Today is going to be one crazy trading day. I can already feel it. So everyone, allocations, safe allocation on their position sizes. So let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a really nice Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of March, and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we got another 14 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. We'll typically be trading up until 10:30 to 11. Typically, the stream lasts about 90 minutes. A bunch of FAQs in the video description below. Let's get to it. Woo! Man, I don't even know what to watch right now. So I ran the scanner this morning and we didn't have, crazy numbers of stocks at first. And right now we only have 15 on the lead gap, on the gap scanner, which is usually a clear sign that there's going to be maybe one or two lead gappers. And that's kind of the case. But at the same time, we have a lot of past runners that I'm going to add to the list as well. And then we have HTBX, we have INPX doing a little spike, but I'm probably not going to trade that. PHIO, IMAC, BKYI just absolutely exploding, and then TLSA, which I keep mistyping as Tesla, up on this coronavirus potential cure. So, let me get my bearings together. How much coffee do I have left? Not enough. Yeah, I'm out of water too. Good morning, everyone. Okay, we got E-Trade. Yeah, hopefully E-Trade and TOS also doesn't have any issues because, wow, every platform's been having issues. I'm going to check out BKYI. Let's see in a second. Good morning, guys. All right. Yeah, John, I was just about to ask if anyone's in BKYI pre-market. I felt like some of you guys would probably be. But yeah, it looks like you guys are. So very quickly, I'm going to start off by talking about KALA. And if you guys watched the recap video yesterday, you'll remember I entered KALA during the recap video for an overnight trade. And I talk about why and everything like that, but really quickly, I'll just summarize it. It was a big runner previous day, second big green day. We had a big breakout from a descending triangle pattern, or let me quickly go here to the charts. Right here, this classic, beautiful descending channel. I love these. These are just some of my favorite patterns. So you can kind of see generally the channel right here. We broke out of it, and then we had a one-day pullback. And right now I'm looking for a gap higher and then ideally break past 9. So we entered at 771 near the support area. And yeah, that's basically the trade in a nutshell. They have a bunch of good results. They were also upgraded by Oppenheimer. Price target 16 from 13. And they have a bunch of good PR in terms of their studies they've been doing. For dry eye disease, that was this company. There's so many companies, but this one had some really good information. So I felt fairly comfortable taking this one as an overnight trade. Plus, this one doesn't have a lot of those big gap days that just get crushed the next day. So I was fairly comfortable with that as well. Because a lot of these lead gappers that we're trading are not really meant for investments. They're just, they're 1-2 day kind of trick ponies. And after that, they go back to Neverland, just like INPX. So you really got to watch out with that stuff. So yeah, KALA, I had a limit order here to sell at 983 or something like that. So maybe I'm going to take profits pre-market. Let's see what happens. We got another 10 minutes now still to the market open. So we got a little bit of time. Too much lag? Hopefully not on the channel. Is everything good here on the stream? Stream health looking healthy. Stream health looking healthy. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I hope everything's going all right. So yeah, KALA kind of pushing up here. Gonna keep a close eye on this one. Let's just, I was going through all these lead gappers. Nothing really too interesting. There was kind of a lot of dead stocks. HTBX, I don't know, sub-dollar, probably won't be trading it. CODX, former runner. Making some big moves here off the $5, big bounce area. This would have been a phenomenal bounce. Honestly, just having a limit order at 5.5. You can see here on the daily, $5 is big time support. So having a blind limit order there is really nice. I love to do those things, but at the same time, if you have a limit order just sitting there for a few weeks, then you also can't use those funds for other trading. So I miss a lot of these moves just because we only have so much funds. for our Roth IRA account, and that's the account I typically do that in. Okay, let's just kind of fast forward here to the ones I highlighted. INPX, little bit of a shaker right here, move. I'm not totally sure why it's up, but let's see here, reports, collaboration, full contract, indoor mapping. Okay, collaborations are always good news. Probably won't be trading it. PHIO kind of pulling back under VWAP. Was a little disappointed how much it's pulling back. IMAC, I think it was a similar situation, kind of pulling back a little bit, but still kind of an interesting move. All these are exactly in the market cap area and the float area that I'm looking for. I'm just kind of running through these because I want to focus on BKYI and TLSA. BKYI had a really heavy flat top kind of area right here at 135. Kind of a bit of a ascending triangle as well. And then we had a really nice breakout just now at 134. So I think BKYI could be the one we're going to be watching out of the gate, just because it's a clear gap and go right now. So we'll see what happens. It's up almost 200%. That's insane. 1.5, some resistance coming in here. Let's go ahead and map it out. TLSA. BKYI to me has been such a tricky ticker to say. I keep saying it wrong. And this morning I typed it in even wrong in the title. It's going to be Halt City. Yeah, you're probably right. It has been Halt City on basically everything. Where am I looking right now? BKYI. Let's quickly see here. Let me slow things down a little bit. I was way too excited this morning. 3Q loss. Where's the news for today? I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Wall Street's set to slide as stimulus hopes lose steam. So shares double after $30 million contract. So this is the winner with the Nigerian telecom company. They're going to be providing biometric security solutions. So that's just generally big news, a big contract winner. It's always a really great catalyst, one of my favorite catalysts to trade off of. Long-term chart, you know, they have, what is this, reverse split? Yeah, they reverse split right here. That's kind of unusual. They've kind of been pulling back ever since. So I don't know if we're going to get into these high territories. I'm a little bit... well, we're already at 1.5, but I'm a little bit worried with that reverse split. Quickly go ahead and put here. Actually, this is a good time to even check for warrants because this company, something about it smells fishy. Okay, BKYI. We got another 7 minutes till the market opens. Just kind of keeping an eye on that. Plenty of time. Okay, they have a 10Q on September 30th. Let me quickly just check this one out. $3.6 per share. There's a warrant exercise price. No investors at a purchase price. Common stock warrants into investors. Looks like another one. Wait. Okay, 3.5 is a clear area we need to watch out for. 3.6 as well. Or, yeah, 3.6 is actually what I meant to say. And then on August 24, 2018, the company of Common reduced the warrants price from 3.6 to 1.5. Oh, okay. So this is gonna hit a brick wall at 1.5, and here you can see it. This is gonna be interesting. Maybe we're not gonna watch this one out of the gate. Let's see what happens. It might shoot past 1.5 with some really big volume for a little bit, and then maybe get some new selling pressure coming in if those warrants get exercised, which is a good price. Just watch out with this one. I knew there was something sketchy about it. Okay. And quickly, I'm just looking right over here on their 10Qs. So I'm just going through their 10Q filing, and here you can see this is what I was reading. Warrants increased, and the exercise price was reduced from 3.6 to 1.5 per share. So those warrants could be exercised. basically new shares dumping into the market, which is going to reduce the price. PHIO, yeah, that 0.5 million float is pretty insane. Let's go ahead, go back to TSLA. Let's see what's going on here with this one. I might actually get into this one with my Roth IRA account. I have a limit order at 4.5 or something like that. So this one actually might be executed any moment. So if you guys hear a little bing on my computer, that's why. I'm up nicely, but I want to see what it does. Market opens. TLSA, really nice news here. Says its TZLS 501 may be used of treating coronavirus. Potential treatment for coronavirus patients. That's just big news right now. That's a story that can easily lift off. 11 million float, 55 million market cap. You can see it all down here. This is shares outstanding. The float's like about half of that. So this thing definitely has the rip potential. Beautiful price range. Ran up all the way to $10. So let's quickly go ahead and map these things out a little bit here. $10 is not even on the chart, so I'm just gonna go ahead, put a little high here at 9.7, 10.5. I'm probably actually going to be watching KALA out of the gates because I might want to close out this position. Let me go ahead and move my order down here already. So I'm going to be allocating about $1,000 per position size today, and KALA was basically one of those 3 trades I can make today, right? Because I have $3,000 in basically free cash. So one trade is basically used already, and then we have, and I used this trade kind of yesterday, so I knew, I dipped into that cash, that available cash. So we have 2 more trades basically to make after this one. So we're going to be slightly under allocated in our position sizes. Yeah, Luke, me too. I was like, wait, what? Tesla is up 500%? No, that can't be. And then I kept on typing the ticker in wrong too. It was so annoying. I kept doing TSLA instead of TLSA. It was freaking me out. I think KALA has the opportunity to go really nice today. Definitely above this former high in 8.81. Probably break into the 10 territory. But that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm not really looking to invest in these companies. I'm simply trading them, getting in, getting out. And right now we're already up 10%. And that to me is a great profit area. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to see if we can have this one maybe rip up in the 1 or 2 minutes. And then I'm going to go low to close this position. So I'm basically ready to go right now with my 130 shares. I'm going to go ahead and move this down a little bit more. I'm going to have auto send on. And then I'm going to quickly look at TLSA again, see what this one's doing. Kind of bouncing here, volume coming in at the end. This is going to be an interesting play, guys. It went all the way down to $4. Big time support. Actually, it went down to about 4.6. Big time support down here. It might even go lower. We got another 20 seconds till the market opens, guys. Good luck, everyone. Again, this should be quite an interesting trading day for sure. Here we go, 5 more seconds. Be careful with BKYI. TLSA, a lot of volume, a lot of opening volume. $5 getting chipped away very quickly. Let's see if we can have a quick pullback on this one. I'm not sure if we're going to get it though. 5.5, lot to focus on. KALA pulling back a little bit. That's an aggressive 1 minute pullback. I'm going to go ahead and look to close this position. A little disappointed it dipped so fast. Close this thing on a bounce ideally. 8.4, some big support coming in here. What a quick sell-off, huh? I had a feeling this is going to pull back, but I was hoping it would do a 1 minute spike before it pulled back. So that's kind of what I was looking for. Keeping a close eye on TLSA at 5.4. This thing is absolutely ripping in all directions. I'd be trading this with about $200 position. 200 shares. Some of the most dollar volume on it. A little disappointed on KALA. Pulled back really aggressively. BKYI halted up. Heika's calling me out. It's too early for these call outs. I'm not ready for them. BKYI halted on the way up. Yeah, wow. Whew. This could be a high flyer. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious with it. I'm not sure how it's going to react to those warrants. TLSA, quick pullback back to 5. I think this is going to absolutely rip. I'm a little disappointed that my IRA entry didn't get executed. Look at this. Look where my entry was. I was like, why is it not getting executed? Oh my God. It basically looked at it and then I was like, nope, not today. I'm going to go ahead and move this one up back to 521. I like this territory. I want to hold this one a little bit longer. Oop, not 21. 507. I'm not going to be really trading the IRA. I don't want to confuse you guys, but I just wanted to adjust that. This is really annoying with KALA. I should have maybe sold pre-market. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Might get a little red to green move on it. Kind of getting distracted right now. I really want to be trading TLSA. So yeah, I probably should have sold that pre-market so I was able to focus on this one a little bit more. Really, really nice move so far. This was about a 40% move, guys. This is huge stuff. We should be up $400 on it if it went down literally 10 more cents, not even like 5 cents. How does that happen? That's trading for you in a nutshell. Halts last usually for 5 minutes, not always. Here we go, pull back right now. That was a quick pullback. That was basically the most short-lived pullback I've ever seen. This thing has so much energy behind it. Everybody wants to get in on this one, $7. Breaking higher here. $7 is going to be a little bit of resistance. Big shoulder here. $7 to $8 is going to be an interesting range. See what happens here. You can see KALA is trying to break higher, having a little bit of issues. Maybe we can score a quick little pullback on TLSA. I'm going to have this limit order here for now. Trading two tickers is sometimes a little bit more complicated. This looks like a potential red to green move. I actually like what I'm seeing here. I'm going to see if we can get a red to green move out of KALA. If we don't, I'm going to go ahead and close for a smaller profit. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to have alert here, see if this one goes off. But till then, I would like to see this maybe break higher. So I'm going to give it a little bit more room to run. BKYO. I think it just got unhalted. Just want to kind of watch this thing go a little bit. Pulling back here. Still would be a little bit more nervous with it. This could be a big red day. A lot of the other gaps, you could see it gapped up and just sold off. So be careful with that. A lot of these stocks have muscle memory. And when you see that, it's not a really good sign. And it's no surprise that, 1.5, we never were able to break back above this area again. Still waiting to see if KALA is going to be a red to green move. We got the 15-minute EMA right now coming in. I think $6 is going to be big time support. I might want to get a little bit more aggressive here. Just kind of watching this one kind of consolidate right now, forming a bit of a flag pattern. If we don't get this dip to the downside, I'll probably go ahead and move up my limit order and get a little bit more aggressive. We'll need a smaller share size. Probably about 150. Here we go. This looks like it could be a breakout. I'm just going to watch it a little bit longer. I think this is more of an A, B, C pattern. A, B, C. And then here we're going to pull back again, maybe to $6 before we break out. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Right now, it's 8 minutes since the market opened, guys. The Barlow family. Who knows? That could be a good thing. This would be a really nice time to have a 10-second chart as well. $7. $6. We tapped it like I was thinking we would. 624, 650. Wow, the spread on this thing is just insane. This could be the breakout right here. If this does not crash right now, I think it's going to break out within the next, 1-2 minutes. Let's see what happens. $6 coming in as support multiple times now. 5.9, we cracked $6. 670, 570. Let's see what happens. I don't think this pullback is over just yet. This could be a good 5-minute setup. Markets are still red. Two six could be breaking. This could be running higher now. It's going to give it a little bit more time here. Six. Big buyers coming in now. Big buyers at 6. Let's see if we can get this entry here on this possible breakout higher. 5-minute setup. 650. $646, $655, big support still. 59. Should have got aggressive when we were consolidating. 57. Looking for a breakout pullback. Just got that pullback. Looking for TLSA now to break higher. We had a nice little consolidation in this area. This looks like a 5-minute setup. KALA pulling back a little bit more, not doing the nice red to green move I was hoping for. TLSA really building up momentum here. Everything looks good so far. Lead gapper with a positive catalyst. This thing could really, really rip. Don't like how long the breakout's taking, but I'll give it a little bit longer. Back at $6. This is one shaky breakout. Markets are still red. I do like how it held the highs pretty well. I don't like the fact that this whole entire flag pattern is taking a little bit longer to break out than I was thinking. 6.6 now. You can definitely tell 6.5 was big time resistance. Here we go. Here's the breakout we were waiting for. Let's see if we can break past this high at 7.5. It's 9:46 a.m. Morning is still nicely underway. I want to see it break past 7 and ideally 7.3. This is a smaller position size, so I can be a little bit more risky with it. Constant selling pressure here. Nice big volume. $7, big time resistance zone. Trying to get out of this trade. It did not break out. I should have got out sooner. All right, we're out of this trade. Took a small loss on it. Crazy. That was ridiculous. I should have got out when the breakout was weak. I said it several times that this thing is not breaking out the way I wanted it to. I was up, $130. I was just waiting for that one more crack past $7. And it technically did break past $7, so I probably could have got out on this one. I don't know, maybe I closed out the position too early. Maybe there was a lot more this thing could have done. I don't even think necessarily the move is over yet, but you have to reduce your risk on a lot of these kind of setups. And when this thing was not breaking out, I decided to get out. I kind of wish I got out earlier, took my 5 to 10% profit and moved on. But, I've been doing that almost every time I do that. In the last 6 trades or so, it rips up. So I missed a lot of upside recently. And go figure, the one time I don't do it is the one time it doesn't rip up. And that, this is a clear example of why I typically take profits so quickly. So if you guys are wondering, why didn't you just take profits? It's, I don't know, sometimes you want, try to switch it up based on past experience, and that's usually the one where you learn, that's why I do it. That's a nice friendly reminder of why I take profits quickly. So a small red trade on TLSA. Insane that we have a red trade on something moving this crazy. That's just how it is sometimes. I'm still watching KALA out of the corner of my eyes. My alert did go off, but it's holding the 8.2 area fairly well. So kind of interesting. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Mo, the spread is absolutely interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just took off without me. Oh, God, that is so painful. We were up really nicely on this one. Whew, just right into my table. That was a tough breakout. I should have took my profits when the breakout was slow. I was just thinking lead gapper, tiny volume, or tiny float. This one has huge potential, big catalyst. It's kind of everything that I'm typically looking for. So that's why I was a little bit, more lenient on it. But this thing really started pulling back. And yeah, it looks like we kind of sold not at the best spot. Now it's back up again. This is a really tough one. This was a really, really tough one. Buying this one pre-market probably honestly would have just been the ticket. And the worst part is when you close out a trade and then it rips, I feel like I never want to enter a trade right after I close it out because I feel like I'm entering purely based on FOMO, based on revenge trading. So I oftentimes let the trade run. And I'm like, you know what, next time. And I think this is going to be it. Oh, I can't even watch. 6.9. I think it's going to break 7 this time. This is one of those devastating kind of moments. Luckily, we've been having a pretty good week. Yesterday was one of our bigger green days. So that's nice. $7. I think the break's about to happen. Here we go. This thing's about to go to outer space without us. Walk away. Can't watch. I'll watch the replay. You know what? There's not a lot you can do times like this. I'm gonna pour a little coffee. JC Castro, it says you were too greedy. Yeah, I probably was this time. But you guys say the exact opposite every other time. You guys always say, I'm too conservative. Alex, why'd you take profits at 5%? Why did you take profits at 10%? This time, I didn't take profits at 5, 10%, and it didn't work out. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And this, yeah, Shark, you're super right. This is really fake out central. Actually, I probably will buy this one again if we dip below $6. If we dip below $6, I think I can increase my position size a little bit. I have about $1,000 left on the day. So if I wanted to enter around $5, yeah, I would need it to break $6. Don't worry, it didn't go to outer space. Yeah. Oh, I'm actually kind of happy it didn't. Yeah, this was fake out central, guys. Kind of weird. I think when it does rip, whenever that is, it's going to be quite a beauty. You got to remember, this thing's up 220% on the day. That's insane. So maybe it needs a little bit more time to chill out. No, Shark, it doesn't. TOS does not, it has hotkeys, but it doesn't have the 50% position stuff, which is really, really annoying. Especially at the ask plus 0.05. Jeremy's riding this one down to the core. Nice, Chicho. That's good to hear. Honestly, just trading this one between $6 and $7, you'd be up like 40% if you just did that multiple times. Until it doesn't work, so I don't recommend it. But sometimes you see that happening and you're just like, well, I should have done that. Or that would have been a good move. Appreciate it, JC. This is a kind of really nice setup here. We have a very, very solid $7 kind of top area. I would say it's a bit of an ascending triangle, which is a bullish continuation pattern. Oops. I don't know, it's a little messy, but you kind of get the gist. We have higher lows coming in this flat top, and it's at $7. Classic whole number area. Sometimes with these triangles, they're also a little tricky to trade. I've noticed that sometimes they'll actually break to the downside first before they rip up. I don't know. This is tough. Not to mention, this took all of my attention off everything else that I was possibly going to trade today. BKYI, guys, this 1.5 area is devastating. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with news later that warrants were exercised. Although they typically, that news doesn't always come out. It's holding above VWAP for so far. Any good investments for someone new with the budget around $50 for now? I don't know. With $50, it's actually great because there's no commission, so you can really actually utilize your $50. It's phenomenal. Investment wise, I don't know. There's a great book by Peter Lynch. It's called One Up on Wall Street, and it's basically, the theme of the book is invest in what you know. So like if you really like Apple, right? And you just believe in the company, when things make sense, they just came out with the services industry, and you really have a good feeling for it. Maybe try to learn a little bit about technical analysis, find like a potentially good entry, and then, invest in that. None of these stocks we're looking at today, I would say I would invest in. Maybe a few are good. I don't know, fundamentally. But we're trading on this channel, and that's totally different. AIM is ripping. TLSA is wanting to rip through my heart. Yeah, 4.7. We bought that one at 3.97 yesterday. If we just held AIM, it would have been such a good trade. John, I think BKYI has been halted 3 times. 10 likes, almost 80 viewers. Oh yeah, very cool, guys. Thanks. I appreciate all the likes, guys. It means a lot. Wow, I've not even been looking at the stats. I've been so exhausted, or not exhausted, but just overwhelmed. Yeah, 80 viewers. Wow, I don't know if that's a record, but that's really high. Good fun trading with you guys. TLSA, it's breaking past 7. Here we go. I think this could be the big move. It's been charging it up for a while. Man, I really wanted to trade this one. This one's going to really bite me in the butt, I think. 711, 713, 715, big buyers coming in. Orders flying, 720. There we go. Phew, big volume on the break. Good sign. Really, really good sign. Really nice. There we go. This one doesn't bother me anymore. I don't know why, it just doesn't bother me. I think I'm going to try to get this pullback 150. Position size is too big. 720. Whoo, wow, what is this? This thing is so choppy. This is just such a choppy stock. All right, you know what? I just made up my mind. I'm not going to trade TLSA on a breakout. I'm only going to trade possible pullbacks because just the way it's trading is it's too choppy for me. I would be so devastated if I brought this breakout. This is also why I don't like to trade stocks I just got out on, because then you have a little bit of FOMO and revenge trading going on. It just, imagine we entered on that breakout and we'd be down 10%. Oh my Lord, I don't think I could handle it. KALA, my beautiful 10% profit trade, is now at like 2% profit. Oh, what am I doing today? There is so much potential. And I should have closed KALA pre-market, like my plan kind of was. And then TLSA, I don't know. This was just a tough one to trade. I don't regret anything on this one. It's just one of those days. Just one of those days. What is going on? I'm up 1% on KALA. Super, super annoying. You know what? I knew this was going to happen all day and yesterday. Actually, just really this morning, I was like, okay, there's a really good chance we're going to retest the bottom one more time before it rips higher. So I want to get out before it retests. Why did I not do that? I could close this one for a 2% profit right now. I don't know. I'm going to think about that for a second. So basically, just do the opposite of what I've been doing all day today, and you'd be doing well. Oh no, Winkler's choppy platform. I'm actually really really happy with the way TOS is performing today. Like really happy. TLSA could still break higher, but at this moment, not looking too hot. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like it really wants to crack below $6 for at least a little bit. Might have a little bit of a double bottom here at 5.7. This was about a 20% pullback. So let's say we get a pullback from here. That would be roughly the same area. Of course. So this actually might do what I was saying before, where it might pull back here and curl and then rip to the upside. I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I feel more comfortable buying with this giant $5 support level below us than this big area right here where the price can just dip right through. So I think there's a good chance I'm going to trade TLSA one more time. I don't know when and where, but I would probably guess somewhere above $5, $5.50 maybe. Fidelity isn't working. What's up, Chrome? CODX broke $10. Stop it. Yeah, it did. 10.7, 56%. It's a little annoying when you're so fixated on one stock, just like TLSA, and somehow you kind of miss a lot of the other moves. So I apologize if I'm not looking at anything else. I think there's big potential still on TLSA, and sometimes I get really frustrated when I miss a move because I just wasn't looking at the obvious move. And I think TLSA is a pretty obvious potential setup. Let's see what happens here. Whew. That breakout entry would be a 20% loss right now. Not fun. Not fun at all. KALA, still trying to break my heart at $8. What a disaster. What a disaster that trade was. Oh, I was up 15% on this one. So yesterday I closed all my trades too early and missed out on like 80, 90, 100% profits. And today I didn't close out my trades early enough and missed out on some really nice, base hits, as Ross Cameron would say. The markets definitely test your psychology and your mental stability. I'm a broken man after today. All right. KBSF ripping. I don't even think that one's on our watch list. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. I see it. I see it. A really big move all the way up to 2.57 just right away. Watch out with that 180-day moving average. It's kind of coming in here, acting like the devil. Wow, right here, 2.5 moving average right in this area, big resistance. A lot of these moves to the upside were failed gaps. Just be a little careful with this one. Could be a good pullback trade, maybe to $2 or $1.90 or something like that. 5.6 million market cap, 2.5 million. Oh, check out that volume. The volume's at a 500,000 for the day. That's really not okay. It's way too little. Markets are still all red for the day. All right, guys, TLSA looks like it's about to have a little bit of a pullback here. Whew. That coffee is knocking. 5.7. I think the only reason I have a mustache is for trading. I think if I didn't trade, I would shave. AHPI ripping. Oh, that one's gonna been a good one these last few days. We had some really nice trades on AHPI. This is a critical spot though for TLSA. I'm just gonna keep watching this a little bit longer here. We had the bottom here on this candle at 5.67, and we dipped below that for just a split second. It's going to be interesting to see if we can catch a reversal. I don't see TLSA pulling back that much more unless it totally is going to give up the rest of the day. A lot of failed spikes though on this one as well. Wait, how did we get all the way to this one? It's a classic. You know, this is such a new stock that it doesn't give us that much information. Besides the fact that $5 is tremendous support. Still a lot of selling volume. This could be the bounce though. These tiny moves are percentage-wise absolutely insane. CODX still going. Yeah, at 11:45. Woo, good call, Shark. Sounds like we're having about 2 minutes lag, aren't we? Are you talking about the video? The video might be lagged. Although I checked all the settings, and all the settings are zero, like should be zero lag. It's super annoying that it's still laggy. On YouTube, added delay, none. XSplit, added delay, none. And then there's still delays you guys are telling me. $5.65, guys. I think TLSA is going to has been quite the disappointment for a lot of traders. I think a lot of traders got skunked on this one. Unless you bought that first rip to the upside, 45%, which I'm sure several people did, but that was a tough one. You know, that's really tough getting that aggressive that quickly. But you're in this big $5 support area. So I think there's a good reason to get aggressive very quickly. It's just tough. That like we totally missed that move because I was so focused on KALA, which I should have just sold pre-market. Heiko got into TLSA at 574. Woo! I hope it rips just for you. I also kind of hope it pulls back so I could get in, but we'll see what happens. That's a good entry. Nice spot there. Quick little pullback here, all the way back to 5.8. So the low was 558 or something like that, maybe 561. It's kind of hard to tell. It is 10:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to give this about 19 more minutes, and then I'm probably going to be wrapping up trading myself. I swear, if I close KALA for a small loss, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. Back above $6. This could be a big ripper. We got the 15-minute EMA. We got $6 resistance, former support, and the VWAP right above it. So that's a big, big resistance area. Plus volume is fading. So I'm a little bit skeptical about this breakout. It could happen. If it doesn't happen and it pulls back, I'll probably be going long. So those kind of like two things I'm looking for. If it does break to the upside, I don't know if I'm going to go long just yet though. Hidden seller on AIM at 475, gone. Just you. $62. Nice work, Heiko. That's a solid profit. Is that about $1,000 position size? KALA really taking its time this morning. Sold at 605, God mode activated. That's what I like to hear. That's what I should have done. I should have blam kadang. We got a really nice little pullback entry here, and then this thing ripped up 13, 14, 15%. I could have easily gotten out. I should have been a bit more attentive on the fact that the volume was very, very low. But I felt like I was not exactly being risky on that. I felt like I was trading very conservatively, so that just happens sometimes. Can't beat yourself up. I can only beat myself up about KALA. Now that's a trade worth beating yourself up about. I did everything wrong on that one. Besides the overnight part, that was good. AAM watch break if $5. I'm watching AAM at 5 right now, 37% up on the day. Here we go, guys. It's TLSA's pulling back now. It's kind of what I've been waiting for. It's hard to say how far it's going to pull back. 5.5 is always going to be a big support area. $5.5 is getting cracked. That was the pullback I was waiting for. Let's see if we can get an entry. Let's see if there's one more dip here. That was literally the pullback I was waiting for. If I put an order at 27, which I was thinking about doing, I would have not got filled, so that doesn't bother me as much. Let's see if we can get one more pullback here. But that's exactly what I was waiting for. Big volume though, gotta be careful with that. Let's see what kind of bounce we're gonna get here. So far, 5% bounce. I'm gonna get a little bit more time. Around 10:15 is usually when I'm always looking for those big reversal areas. So we're right in the middle of that right now. Even though I didn't really do good trading today, it's still a really good fun day somehow. That was a lot of buying volume that came in for sure. 550, 47, 30 areas. Back at 5.9. That was a ferocious bounce. Really, really nice. I'm surprised we didn't get 2 candles potentially on that one. I'm going to see how this thing starts building up here. I think that could have been the bottom for the intraday morning. I think there's a really good chance that might have been the bottom. So let's see what happens here. That was a really strong bounce. KALA slowly coming back up. Yeah, I'm watching that one at 8:05. I feel like I'm an iguana. I think like one eye has just been looking at KALA the whole time. Oh, Keith, no, stop that at TLSA. I want to hear you get a nice trade. AYTU, the big runner from yesterday, just hit one of our notifications. I'm going to quickly take a look at it. Whoo, down 20%. I actually have a limit order on my IRA account for AITU. I think we're about to get executed. Yep, at 57. There we go. Whoop. That was a really aggressive sell-off. I think TLSA, guys, I think it might start crawling back to the upside. I don't know if I'm going to trade it just yet. I've been on the wrong side of this trade so many times today, but I like what I'm seeing. I like how it's slowing down here. A little undecided about it. But that was a really, really nice bounce. 10-11% bounce in 3 minutes. Not even. That was like a 2 minute. That's like 5% per minute bounce. You don't see that all the time. KALA back at 817. I think I'm gonna have to quickly close this trade. Sorry, guys. We are 700 shares here. 1.8, big resistance zone for now. See if we can break above 1.8. I'd like to get out. All right, nice $175 trade on AYTU. This is my account, my IRA account. I'm always looking for those big support bounces. So this was actually a pretty perfect trade. You know, sold okay. This was about 15% win. This was our lead gapper from the day before, and 1.5 was a former breakout zone, and we pulled back to 1.5. It's one of my favorite areas to look for trades. And you can see here we pulled, guess what, right back to 1.5, and we bounced off of this area really, really nicely. Did I sell this one too early? Probably. Probably the one that I sold too early, but that's fine. I'm always looking for, you know, 5 to 10% trade is phenomenal. And this one, we were up already 15%, so really, really nice on that. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to distract, but it's a different account. Cash account. KALA, guys, starting to make some nicer moves here. I like what I'm seeing with it. I really, really do. I think this could be a big breakout later today, but at the moment, it's not a trade, a new trade or anything like that. So I'm just going to keep holding that position. I'm able to be a little bit more relaxed today just because I have smaller position size. So I'm able to juggle my trades a little bit easier. Corey back with INO. What is INO doing? That dip it did not too long ago was absolutely insane. Yesterday. Oh, at 7:45. I think INO hit $5, didn't it? That was a really aggressive sell-off. Let's check out 5.5. Big time support now with TLSA. Looks like I just had a little drop in internet here. Hope you guys still see me. TLSA, my charts really aren't updating right now. Stream-wise, it looks fine. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, that was kind of sketchy. I don't know what just happened right there. I think there's a good chance I'm going to get aggressive with TLSA. These bounces are really, really nice that it's doing. See if I can get an entry at 161. Seems like we put in a higher low here. I think the trend on TLSA may have reversed now. I think we just missed this entry again. So I just had a little bit of internet issues, but I think we're back in the saddle. TLSA breaking up nicely here. Getting a bit of a 1 minute pullback. It is about 10:30. Looks like TLSA might want to break above VWAP. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. I'm going to be conservative with my entry based on how TLSA has been moving. I don't want to be trading really breakouts on it. I've been getting kind of skunked on what I think would happen. So I think I'm going to be a little bit more cautious on it. Pulling back a little bit right now. The spread is just huge. It went from 80 to literally 89 to 99. Just hit a low of 72, 71, I even see. Back to 89. There's a 1, 2, 3 pullback. Not too much volume. Pretty bullish signs. Kind of like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm not part of it, which is a little bit annoying. It's about to be a new 1 minute candle here. This could be the candle that breaks VWAP on the next one. Looks very bullish. Corey, I totally agree. Just missed that entry again. I've missed this TLSA entry so many times on the dips. Lead gapper really charging up, kind of had a really slow start to the morning, did pull up about 40%, but then consolidated, had a failed breakout here. I think a lot of traders are just constantly getting on the wrong side of TLSA. So it makes me a little bit extra cautious on it still. Although I think we're making a really nice potential flag pattern right here, ready to break out higher. We had a kind of higher low come in, so everything's looking really good on this one. $97 potentially getting chipped away here. $95, big buyers coming in. $97 definitely getting chipped away. Just remember, this one definitely moves very slowly. $6. This looks like it's going to be the break above 6. Whew. Unbiased trades. Am I in a trade? Which one? No, I'm actually, that's not true. I'm in KALA. It was an overnight trade. We're in about 71, so $7.71. I'm trying to get in on TLSA. We already had one trade on it. We were up about 10%, but then actually closed it for about a 1% loss, maybe even more, 1.4% loss or something like that. Didn't take my profits quick enough. I thought it was going to get a nice big breakout, but we didn't. $6 getting chipped away here. I think we're going to have to watch this $6 breakout. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be wanting to buy it. And the only reason is I've been on the wrong side of TLSA one too many times. And, clearly I just don't want that to happen again. So that's why I'm being extra cautious right now. Not to mention it's 10:30. So it's typically at the time I wrap up trading. Oh, here we go. Little dip. That's what I was waiting for. That's the crack I was waiting for. I knew I didn't want to get aggressive until we had that potential dip. Let's see if we rock past $6 now. That's what I've been waiting for. All right, I'm officially in the TLSA trade at 562. I want to see a push back above $6. We put our first higher low in here. We're kind of curling a little bit, making a rounded bottom. Pretty bullish signs, but I still think that this thing could see $5 again. Could even go below $5. I don't know. We're getting kind of close to that 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So typically I'll be wrapping up trading in about 26 minutes. So I'm not going to give this one too much longer. I want to see this move happen in the next maybe 5 minutes here. If it doesn't, I'll probably be getting out of this trade. Yeah, we're still struggling on this. On the 5 minute, I like what we're seeing. A lot of consolidation in this area. We just broke 5.6, went down to 5.55 for a split second. It doesn't look like we're going to get that breakout, at least not yet. I'll probably be getting out of this trade soon. Doesn't look too hot. But who knows? I've been calling TLSA wrong all day. This has been a really choppy stock. It's a bit lightly traded on the day, but it's a bit bigger market cap. I don't know. It's a weird mix. It's also up a lot on the day. I don't know. It's tough. I think honestly, trading TLSA is a really, really tough call. The only thing I decided to do on it was not buy any breakout because I knew I was probably going to get skunked buying a breakout really, really hard. So at least buying a pullback, I can somehow reduce some of my risk a little bit. That was kind of my logic going into this trade. I do think, it does have that potential, but It's a tough call. I don't know. KALA still at $8. Really holding the highs well, but the overall highs over 750 area, 750 area, and holding the $8 okay. I don't know if I'm having TOS internet issues or not, because my charts are not updating and it doesn't feel right. Really makes me super uncomfortable. Yeah, that's true, Mo. Has its second red day. What I'm looking for on KALA, just like a 5-minute pullback and then a 5-minute breakout, and then buying that 1-minute first breakout candle, or the 1-minute first pullback. I'm looking at that same setup, but on the daily. So we have a nice daily breakout. We have a daily pullback, and I'm looking for basically a retouch of the low and then a break past the 8.5 area, $8.59 area. So let's see if, I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but that's kind of what my general thesis is. I don't really know how much longer I want to be holding TLSA. Something tells me I don't want to hold it that much longer. I might be getting out here. This is going way, way too slow, and I'm kind of breaking one of my rules of trading anything that has not broken above VWAP yet. It's a kind of a rule I have, and every time I break that rule, I kind of get skunked. So let's see here what happens. That's why I said I don't want to hold this more than 5 minutes, really, and I'm already holding it 6-7 minutes, because I wanted it to prove itself that was just a quick flash pullback before it ran higher, and it clearly does not look to be the case. Let's see if we can go ahead and get out here. At 81. All right, we are almost out of this position. We're officially out of this position. I don't want to trade basically anymore at this point of the day. I don't like the fact that we're kind of hovering under VWAP. I've noticed that the second half of the morning, every time you hover under VWAP, especially when it doesn't break past it the first time, it's a really, really bearish sign. So that's why I got out of TLSA. We could have made some really nice money with it, but at least we ended green with it. I think that's kind of a win on its own, because I think TLSA was such a tough one. Since you're in a trade, it's consolidating. Yeah, that's also probably true. Whenever I'm in a trade, it likes to not move. And when I get out of the trade, then it rips. But you know what? Being red on TLSA in terms of, if it dipped down, I would have been more upset because I would have broke my rules. Making profits on TLSA would have not been as rewarding, I would have felt a little bit like I got lucky. And that was a big reason of why I just got out at 81. Yeah. So yeah, Satoshi done with this one as well. Yeah, it's a tricky one to trade. So, you know, somehow I'm super happy that we just kind of wrapped it up and like I'm out of this one. Plus it's past 10:30. I shouldn't even really be trading anyway. But hey, good fun with TLSA. Even though we didn't get a blow away trade or anything with that, it was just like extremely entertaining to watch this one. I should have just, you know, pulled a bag of popcorn out and just kind of freaking chomped away, because that's really what this one was all about today. We had a really nice trade with, where did that go? Was it AHPI? No, it was the one from yesterday. We had a really nice trade with AYTU. This was a sweet bounce. I like where we got out on this one. You can see this is why I typically get out pretty quick. We had a nice $175 profit on this one. We had a near perfect entry, and then we just kind of sold right here on the bounce. So pretty quick little trade. And I already reviewed that one a little bit, why we got in, but this was a former runner. Yesterday, big runner, pulling back to a big support area. So that's why we entered this one. So yeah, we actually had a near perfect entry on it. So pretty sweet. I think that's gonna wrap up my trading for the day. Let me go here, back to the cash account. The only thing, obviously, I'm still going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for this KALA potential breakout. So in the recap video today, you're going to see me either crying or celebrating. I'm going to hold it a little bit longer. This one is a very unusual trade. It's not my classic strategy. I was holding it overnight. I like that we had a big breakout. I like that we had a big pullback to multi-month support levels right here. So we had a big breakout of $7.6. And we can see we had a top here. Then we pulled back to this area. I entered that trade looking to hold it overnight with the theory of maybe selling pre-market. I should have sold pre-market because I was up almost 20% in this big rally. I had a limit order a little higher past I think it was 9.7 is where I wanted to get out, or 9.8 or something like that. We didn't get that big spike pre-market, so I ended up kind of holding into the opening bell, which was kind of catastrophic. It did not really work out in our favor. So this trade so far has not worked out. I don't really like how it's selling off continuously. Honestly, if we break below 8, I'll probably just be getting out of this trade, because $8 is a really critical area, and I don't want to see this thing just kind of crawling lower and lower and lower, because nothing's guaranteed. So I don't know. I'll probably just put an alert here. I'll keep an eye on this one. TLSA. I'm so happy that somehow we ended this day green on it. Absolutely insane. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm going to wrap up the stream here. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this content. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to see you again. I'd love to see you in the recap video and on an upcoming live stream. I hope you guys have some safe trading. I know you guys made some killer trades today. Heike had a cool little one as well. All right, guys. And don't be surprised if I enter TLSA with my Roth account if we dip under $5, because oh, here it goes. It's pulling back already. Woohoo! So intense. INO. You guys are INO addicts. I don't blame you though. It's a cool stock. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Till then, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.